Dear student friends, as well as the educators and the professors in the field of the life sciences, I am Dr. Potbola Mahendra welcoming you all in my BrainSTEM NEET and other international examinations preparatory institute. Here in today's lecture, I am going to explaining about the second part of the endocrinology that is associated with the hormones. In today's lecture, I am going to introducing about the four glands. Those are supposed to be the thyroid gland, adrenaline gland, thymus, and the remaining glands which I am going to explaining. So let us see there are many number of the problems are associated with either the increasing or the decreasing concentration of any one of the thyroid secreting hormones or the secretion of the hormones. Let us take an example. What happens is if the thyroid gland's secretion is supposed to be imbalanced, so we can call them as a hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. The hypothyroidisms may hamper on the stunting of the growth. If the pregnant woman is supposed to be suffering by the less concentration of the hypothyroidisms or the thyroid is supposed to be less, it may affect the growth and development of the babies. That is, the low IQ can be reported, as well as the cretinisms we may call. The cretinisms means the embryonic development as well as the overall development of the babies. Then what happens is about the hyperthyroidisms. If the thyroid is supposed to be more in concentration, there will be the Graves' disease. What happens in the Graves' syndrome or the disease? The eyes will be protruded and the neck region as a thyroids may enlarge. Now, what are the applications of the thymus and adrenal gland that we are going to explaining? The adrenal gland is also important for the pupillary dilations. What happens is in the pupillary dilations, the piloerection can be takes place. During the fear, the adrenal gland is going to secreting enormous concentrations of the adrenaline. There are the two regions of the adrenaline gland. One is a medulla and another one is a cortex. The medulla is very important and cortex is also playing a crucial role. Now we are going to explain about one by one, that is the remaining portion of the endocrinology, and in today's presentation I will also explain in short about the pineal glands, how the pineal gland is supposed to be important and how it is going to play an important role in the regulation of the 24 hours. That is, the pigmentation is also controlled by this pituitary gland, and another one is important. Another important role is also played by the same gland, by the pineal gland. That is, the rhythm of our body and the menstrual cycle has also been regulated by the same gland. The pineal gland is also playing a three important role. That is, influences of the metabolism. The metabolism is also influenced by the pineal gland. The maintenance of the normal rhythm of the sleep, wake and night, the day and night, and the wake and up, that is, the sleeping is also guided by this pineal gland, and maintain the body temperature. Who is going to maintaining our body temperature? The pineal gland. The pineal glands as the region of the, that is the central region, or we can call it as the mid-brain region of the where the pineal gland is supposed to be situated, and it is going to maintaining the body temperature. Now while talking about this region, that is thyroid gland, the thyroid gland is made up of by the two lobes, and these two lobes are made up of by different types of the cells. Now those cells are supposed to be the follicles. Those are supposed to be the follicles, and these follicles are known as the thyrocytes. Each cell is supposed to be a thyrocytes, and some cells are made up of by the stromal tissues. What are those tissues? The follicular cells, those are the single epithelial cells. These are the single epithelial cells, and those are synthesizing the iodine. That is a tetraiodine and the thyroxine, that is T4, we can call it as a either the tetraiodothyroxine, as we can call it as a thyroxine T4, and another one is also synthesized by the same region, that is triiodothyroxine or thyrronine, that is T3. Means T4 and T3, these two hormones are secreted by this region. Now, the another important role of the thyroid gland is the supply of the iodine is very important for the normal functioning of the thyroid. If the iodine is supposed to be less or during the deficiency of the iodine in our body, that thyroid region may be diversely affected, and the deficiency of this iodine may causes the hypothyroidism. Hypo means the less, the deficiency of the thyroid or thyroid secreting thyroid secretion as a thyroxine. If the thyroxine is less and if it is defected by means of the that is a inadequate supply of the iodine to our body, it may hamper on the negative impact, and we can call it as a hypothyroidism, and the goiter will be developed. Goiter means what? The swelling of the neck region. That is a goiter, means that is also a negative impact of the thyroid. Now, what happens is, if the iodine is not supplied properly, or the iodine is actually very essential for the normal synthesis of the thyroid, and in case of that is less, then what happens is, what are the symptoms of the hypothyroidism? If the concentration of the thyroid or thyroxine is less, we can call it as a hypothyroidism. And what kind of the the symptoms or the diseases may arise in the body, especially the low IQ or the intelligence quotient in the human embryonic development is also hampered negatively. It is made up of the actually it is very important for the T3 cells, that is important. Then menstrual cycle may irregulated, it cannot be regular, and it means that there will be the reproductive sterility maybe arises by means of the hypothyroidism. And this thyroid gland is situated around this tracheal regions, and what happens is, during the pregnancy, if the hypothyroid lady may be affected, and it may causes the defective development of the babies, and that is growth will be the stunted, and that is a cretinism. Hypothyroidism means the less thyroxine glands secretion will create the problem during the embryonic development, and the growth of the babies cannot be developed properly, and that we can call it as a cretinism. And what happens is, if the thyroxine concentration is more in the both cases, male and female, then there will be the Graves' disease. What happens in the Graves' disease? The protrusion of the eyeballs. Protrusion of the eyeball means the eyes are supposed to be swelling, the eyeballs are supposed to be swelling, and it looks like a protruded. Those are, they are coming outside from the eyeball. That is a protrusions. Eyes are supposed to be swellings. And what happens is, another hyperthyroidism's next character is the enlargement of the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland means the neck regions looks too much slowly, and that the personality of any person, particularly, that may also looks good. It cannot look good. That is because of the swelling too much neck region. Now, what are the importance of the thyroid? So there are some positive and the negative impacts of any glands or any secretion. What are the importance? Here there are the reported importance, that is in carbohydrates, proteins and the fat metabolisms can be regulated by the thyroid gland. And the thyroid gland is also supporting, although the human RBCs as the major part of the blood, that is the red blood corpuscles, which those are going to synthesizing in the red bone marrow, but these thyroid glands secretion or thyroxine also supporting the formation of the RBCs. Another important is the proteins are supposed to be the secretion of the proteins, and those hormones we can call it as a thyrocalcitonin or TCT. It is also regulates the blood calcium level. The thyroid gland is maintaining the calcium level, but what happens is, if you can see the dorsoventral view of the thyroid glands, this is supposed to be a one view, that is a ventral view, and if you can see the dorsal view of this thyroid glands or the back region of the thyroid gland, we may see this dorsal view may show the four types of the another small glands which are situated on the back side of the thyroid, that is the thyroid glands. We can call it as a parathyroid glands in a dorsal region, and those glands are also regulating the concentration of the calcium. It is going to maintaining the level of the calcium in our blood. Means the parathyroid and the thyroid glands. Thyroid gland is also regulating the calcium level, and parathyroid, these are the parathyroid glands for each lobe. Now the thyroid gland is made by the two lobes, and each lobe is having a pair of the parathyroid, means the two lobes are having the four parathyroid glands, and each gland is supposed to be playing an important role in to actually increase the calcium level in the blood. It is increasing in the calcium level. What is the next important function of the parathyroid gland, which is going to situated on the dorsal region of the thyroid gland? Now it also secretes the peptide hormones. What is a peptide hormones, and how the parathyroid hormones, we can call it as a PTH. As a full form of the PTH is that is a parathyroid hormone, which is also regulating the level of the calcium. Which both the cases, it is either it is increasing or it is regulating. The next is the region or where the location, it is a back side of the thyroid gland. So this parathyroid, those are situated to the back side of the thyroid gland. Now third gland which we are going to discussing, that is a thymus. Thymus is also very important. The gland which is going to maturing the subtle phagocytic cells, or we can call it as the